Okay, we are live on a Saturday, August 22nd. So, all right, today we'll be covering Gulfstream, Saratoga, Monmouth, Delaware. What else? Woodbine. I think that's about it. I did not do Ellis. That was the only track in the morning that I didn't do, I think. So, other than that, we got a couple minutes until Saratoga first. It is a mile on the main track. I believe that might be a one-turn mile. I'm not 100% sure at Saratoga, their configuration. Got a few people in the chat. Nunya is in the chat. Ayo. And then Unbeaten Tip, I see that. Charlie Serrano. And a lock. Oh my God, we got a lock right off the bat. In the first at, okay. I'll be honest with you, whenever I see the word lock, it's a little cringy. But I know. Call your shot, man. Call your shot. I don't have a problem with it, really. But, you know, some people, a little bit. But that, you'd have to, I don't think I've ever used that particular word in horse racing. Term premium. I would say, just in my humble opinion, I think he's a little overbet. But if he's a lock, you know, fine. I kind of like the one here, Tuffensdale. I don't hate him. That would be my pick. But I'm always going for long shots, you know. I think he's got some speed to get outside. They put the blinkers on Tuffensdale. I'm not even saying that right. Oh, we're scratching somebody here. Hold on. Oh, they just scratched the one. Never mind. That kind of changes the pace scenario here, though. Honestly. Tuffelsdale is out. The 4 was already out, Big Frosty. He'd been scratched a little while ago. So let's I don't need to rerun everything, but let's take a look. Do I have? Let's see. I don't know if I've got anything else here. I kind of threw a little monkey wrench into the first, but I wasn't that crazy about the race in particular, anyways. I mean, a little bit on the 2. I don't think the 2 should not be 40-1. Imperial Anthem. I don't agree with that. That's a little high. But other than that, I don't see a lot that I really love. I mean, the 6 is, it looks like the obvious favorite. I don't really have a big argument against that other than the price. Um, that's what I would say in here. But that's not a green light to bet for my taste. So it's a pass for me. Um, for that race. Let's take a look at Monmouth. I've been not playing a lot of Monmouth. I mean, mostly because they just had small fields most of the days. Yeah, nothing really other than that. Actually, one of my better tracks, generally. But like a lot of tracks these days, they struggle with field size. And that's definitely been a problem. They kind of compete for horses with Parx, somewhat with NYRA, with Saratoga, and then coming up Belmont. Also, and to a much lesser degree, Penn National. I don't see anything that jumps off the page at me at Monmouth. The only thing maybe is the 6 here. The 6, Aparia. I'm not even sure how to say it. I'll just call it the 6. I think the 6 is actually worth a little bet. A little look here. Aporia. I'm not really how to say it. The 8 was a look of mine. I don't know why these aren't picking up on the fucking scratches. Pardon my French. These horses have been scratched for a while, but they're just still not showing on the system. Fuckers. But I'm going to do a small bet on the 6 here. He's at 5-1. I had him priced around 4. If that gives you kind of a hint on where I'm at with the pricing on that particular horse. Do I think he'll drop in price when it goes off? Yeah, a little bit probably. He probably goes off at hopefully 4.5. Hopefully we can at least get 4. I'm not sure what the fuck the problem is here with these scratches. Irritating. Because I just ran it. I just did the scratches and then I ran it. And I'm still showing all these horses. Like the 8, 9, and 10 have been scratched for a long time. It's not to piss you off. All right. We got Delaware second race coming up also. So we got our first play today on the 6 here at Monmouth. Not the biggest play in the world, but small bet. And then move on over to Delaware. Real a minute here. Delaware. Yeah, Bruce, I'm sorry. Just a little sign-on issues last week. Probably my fault. Good to see Don Johnson in here. And they're off at Monmouth. It's going to come in 4.62. 4.62 at Monmouth. Get on over. Oh, I like it. That has to be Gilly. Gilly's putting up Gilly, if you can hear me, I love the HTR, but I think you're not using the regular formula. You're sorry, the regular. What do I want to say? I don't even know what to call that. I got it open here too. The HTR2. That you're using the what the hell is it called? HTR Tour, I think. Let me see. Because I like the screen, or I use the HDR screen on the HTR, if that makes sense. If you know what I mean. The one where it lists like FR1, EP, FR3, class. Form cycle works across the top. If you could put that screen on there, I could reference some stuff if I have time. If you know what I mean. Because I'm trying to see the HTR Tour I do use, but I don't use it as much. I'm not that familiar with it, honestly. Anyways, let's look at Delaware real quick. I mean, the 3 here, she's the tall one. Makes a lot of sense. It's just the odds are lower than what I would probably take. I wouldn't talk you off of them necessarily because I think that horse deserves to be favored in here. Yes, that's the screen. Yes, Gilly, I see it now. I can see it better because I pull it up on my television. I can see it now. That's the exact screen I'm looking for. Thanks, man. Thank you. All right, the 6 horse. That's the other one I was looking at here at Delaware, and that's going to be a pass. I'm going to pass this Delaware race. Is it just me, or does it seem like it just rains every day in Delaware? It rains a hell of a lot. At least Delaware Park. I don't know about the rest of the state. Never been there though. I do want to go there though. Must be green though. Must be the opposite of Vegas. It must be just the greenest rainforest in the world. Although I know West Virginia rains a lot too. All right, let's get on over to Gulfstream second. That's the next one I was going to look at. Although this is another one that's got a small field. It only has a 5-horse field. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this isn't this Gulfstream race is tough because it's only got 5 horses in it. All right, we can talk about it though. Not gonna take long. Stop. I feel like I'm wasting my time with this Gulfstream race, but I'll go through it. I mean, I could make a little bit of argument for the one, Jean Lafitte. The 1 horse there, I like the works coming up to it. I mean, the 2 is 2 to 5. Not sure if I really see that necessarily. I mean, deserves to be the favorite. I'm not saying that, but 2 to 5 seems overboard. And no interest in the 4. No interest in the 5. No interest in the 6. But I will take a little shot with the 1, Jean Lafitte. I think he's worth a bet here. That's kind of a rarity for me to be betting in a 5-horse field. Woodbine, are they already gone? Did I miss Woodbine? Yeah, they're off. I didn't miss anything there. Here's another one, 6-horse field. And the horse I was kind of looking at, well, take that back. I'm watching on the replay for the first time this race. It looks like I was going to say the 3's going to win, but it looks like actually not the 4. I like the 4. It's going to be 4-3-1 at the opener at Woodbine. There's Indiana. I do have some Indiana though. Did some Indiana. Kind of off to a slow start, not because of our picks or anything, just because run into some small fields here at all the major tracks. Gulfstream, Saratoga, Delaware. Well, kind of had small tracks, small fields. I'm sorry. They're off at Gulfstream. Like I said, came in 4-3-1 in the opener at Woodbine. They are off at Gulfstream. I took a little shot with the 1 Jean Lafitte at 9-1. He's I don't know. He's in behind horses, so looks like he's got run. At least to compare to the 2, which is the 2-5 favorite. The 6 is right there, right on his butt, or right next to him. Sorry. The 1 still kind of in third, trying to get by the 6 to get into second, and Life or Death to get second, and I think he did. So it comes in 2 and then 1. I don't know what that exacted would pay. Let's see. 1, 2. It pays 5-1, pays $6. The 1 horse, which I bet Jean Lafitte didn't embarrass himself, ran second, but no match for the 2-5 favorite. And that second race at Gulfstream. We got the 3rd race coming up at Indiana. Let's check it out. Let's see. I definitely like the 1 here. Pay Me Later. That's a bet. That's just a regular old bet, regular size bet. Pay Me Later. Love the works, love the pedigree on them. If you see on the screen, you'll see Pay Me Later right here. Well, you don't see my cursor, but You see on works, he's second in works and then second in pedigree there. And then out to the right, you'll see a column called positives, and then you also see one that says cat. And you don't want to be zeros in either one of those. You want to be really you want to be 2 or higher in both of them. So he does qualify, but like not really. Yeah. Oh, Gilly, I'm sorry, Gilly. I didn't see your comment. What about the 5 horse there? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see that until just now. Kind of my own world here. Yeah, so pay me later. He does. He is a play in regular play. I'm not going overboard with them or anything, but regular size bet, win bet. I don't see anything necessarily that I would play exacto-wise yet. Let's see. I mean, you definitely make case for the 5 yo to win if that's what Gilly was talking about, the 5 horse there. I don't if he was talking about let's see, the 5 horse here. I'm having it's a little hard for me to read even. But I got my cursor there that he see, but I wouldn't take him. I'll tell you why, because he's got a 0 in the positives. I don't really that's like a disqualification for me, especially unless you're talking about like a price like above 25 to 1. Then it's like there really are no rules at that point. Um, there's only there's I mean there's no rules as far as throwing them out, throwing horses out. John Egan's got his baseball play here. He likes the Angels, I think. I think because this is Angeles, and under means Los Angeles. Although they're technically I guess they're called Los Angeles. I still call them California Angels. Um, yeah. So let's go. Yeah. Thanks, Gilly. Gilly is like helping me out a ton, man. I love it. I love it. All the help I can get. Anyways, so they're close to the gate here at Horseshoe. And like I said, my play was the 1 here. Pay me later. And I will try to incorporate the HDR stuff up there as much as I can, time permitting. We try not to skip any races or anything like that. So I'm not using Equine Edge at the moment. I was using it, and I still do track it. The one thing I do love about Equine Edge, the day after, they give you access to all the stuff, so you can still scrape data and then put it in. You can track stuff, which I do. I do. And I do have a guide for when I use It's actually a guide to use HTR, and also it's also incorporates equine edge, some elements of it, which I don't know how to put on the screen. Also, but I will. I will. I mean, if Gilly wants to give me his email, I'd be more than happy if he knows how to put that up there, and I'll share it with him and everybody. It's not anything I wouldn't share, um, and it'll give you the the elements of each odds level of what's the most profitable, and it goes back pretty far. It goes back about 4 years. It's not track specific. It is specific to knowns and unknowns. Knowns are it's super simple. The knowns are where there's running lines for each horse in North America, at least in this last race. The unknowns are races that have horses. Yeah, I'll send it over, Gilly. Thanks, man. Anyways, I'll explain that when just give me a chance here. I gotta figure out where I put that thing though. I know where I put it because I got it up on my screen on my big screen. I have a laptop with like an HDMI cable hooked to a 50 or a 60-inch TV that I use. I don't know why I find that. It's slightly embarrassing for whatever reason to me. But it's kind of cool though. And I have my mouse all hooked to it. So I'm trying to figure out where I put that though. No, it's level. No, it's level. All right, let's take a look at Saratoga first, and then I'll get to that. I'll send it over to Gilly, and he can post it. And I updated it this week too, so it'll make it. It's kind of a cheat sheet, honestly, of the things that you should look for based upon the odds level, like the off odds. Like if you know, like with 5 minutes, you should be able to go through that and then kind of pick apart the factors that are producing the highest return on investment. Anyways, I'll get to that in a second. Just give me a second here. Okay, we are looking at Saratoga race 2. And I kind of like the one, Rothschild. He definitely right there as far as being a contender. Not the biggest odds. It's probably about the lowest I would probably consider. 4-1 there. I had him priced right around 3.5, honestly. So, yeah, I think a little. It's not a big bet, but I will take some on the one. Yeah. Frank Miramati is the GOAT? Okay. I met him a couple times. Like I said, he's a germ freak. I've said that before. Little Howard Hughes-ish. Don't try to shake his hand. But very nice guy, very funny. I liked him. Just there's no touching. And then they told me that going into it. Came down to the racing paddock one time. So long as you know that, you're good. No touching. The nice guy. Okay, what did I do? This is Excel document. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go over to my other computer and I'll send it, Gilly. Sorry.
Yes, can you hear me? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even realize I was muted. All right. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Anyways, I was talking about Woodbine a little bit. I kind of like this 3 here. R ton who? I would take that one 100%. That's a regular old bet. R ton who? As they load, look like they're loaded up, ready to go at Gulfstream. They're off at Gulfstream. You wouldn't know it, but I'm trying to work ahead more on these races. It's my goal every week, actually, to try to get these picks out sooner. These decisions. Anyways, they are off at Gulfstream. The one thing that probably will get sacrificed is calling races. I just don't think that keeping up with these races, trying to get picks out, and also calling the races aren't really realistic. Anyways, this looks like a battle between the 2 and the 7 here at Gulfstream. That's what it looks like. The 3 horse just didn't fire today, unfortunately. All right, let's take a look at Indy race 4. Looks like they're finally drawing out. Let's get on over to Indy. The 4 horse here at Indy is kind of one that I can't really throw out. I think he's a little under what I would as far as odds level, but I wouldn't really talk you off of him, but I certainly wouldn't talk you onto him. He's 5-2 right now. He's projected to go off of 5-2 also. I had him priced a little over 2, so that's kind of a thin margin. But it's a pass for me officially on that race. And then we got Monmouth thirds coming up. Monmouth third. They got a 7 horse field there. Let's take a look at that. Monmouth. Scroll down to find this one. Okay. Okay. I think the 3 here, Hillsborough 8, is worth a play. It's got strong first fraction numbers, enough to probably get clear here, or at least be a strong pace factor. I know he's a little bit short. He's 7-2. It's kind of really the bottom of where I would consider playing him. Maybe take a look at the 7. It's kind of a lean, prismatic light. He's currently 12-1, but based off the double prices, he's projected to go up to 15. So that's my 2 plays. I think I would play the 3 here. At Monmouth. Oh, come on. Okay. That's like a regular play on the 3, whatever your base amount wagering on Hillsborough 8. Yeah. Then I think that takes us over to Saratoga. We can start breaking that down. Saratoga, 3rd race. Michael's calling out another lock. Trainer Spina. Okay, there's just John Egan says. Trainer Spina has 2 in race 3 at Monmouth. The land 3? And 1 and 3. Okay, my eyes. The 1 and 3. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm on the 3. I thought that had a little bit better bettability. Did we scratch somebody at Indy? Is that what we're doing here? Then they pulled everybody out. Did they scratch the one? Or was the one already scratched? It looks sunny and hot there. It's probably humid though. Since all the rain they've had at Indy. A beautiful turf course. I guess it would be with all the rain they've had. Then we got Monmouth in 3 minutes. I made a regular bet on the 3 to win. And then we got Saratoga coming up. They're off at Indy finally. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get on over to Toga. 3. Third race at Toga. Looks like we're going to have an odds-on favorite in the 1 horse. All right, let's talk about Saratoga then. I don't know if I see anything here. Is this just a landslide by the 1? I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything. I mean, obviously there's some ones that have some attributes, but the way the odds board is right now, I don't really see anything that I would take. It came in 9, 8, 10 at Indy race 4. Well, we got the biggest lock of all time, heads in bed. That's what Michael says. Let's see. Heads in bed. All right. Oh, not this race, the next one. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see here. I don't really see anything here at Toga race 3, which is unusual. Highly unusual. I don't see anything. There's ones that I don't like, and then there's ones in here that I hate. That's the 2 categories. And Toga for me. So this is a straight maiden, 6.5 furlong on the dirt. And straight maidens maiden special weights or whatever you want to call them, are tend to be chalky anyways. Maiden claimers get some chaos going generally. You get some prices. All right, we are loaded up at Monmouth, race 3. But it's a hard pass for me on the 3rd at Saratoga. You take a look at Delaware. What's that look like? Delaware 4th. Delaware 4's got 3, 4, 5, got 7 horses, looks like, going. In a maiden special weight, 2-year-olds, 5 furlong. Oh, it's off the turf. I've noticed one thing. When they pull stuff off the turf at Delaware, I mean, everybody scratches. We got a lot of scratching here. I guess I figured they're just going to schedule more turf racing, so. All right, we are off at Monmouth. I took a little swing on the 3. Honestly, I can't see who's who here. Looks like 3's got the big lead in the stretch here. He's going to have to hold off the 1. I think he'll do it. So, yeah, that's how it's going to finish. I'm going to go 3, 1, 6. 3, 1, 6, your final at Monmouth. Short price there. You got bet down. Down, down, down. Yeah, I hear you, Don. It is a little bit. I'm not sure. There's got to be a way to make it bigger though. There's a lot of stuff on there you really don't need. You only really need the top half. I don't know how to change that. I wonder, Gilly, if it would help to put the black background instead of the white. Make it the opposite. Would that help, you think? I see you get the largest font, but you could have the background be in black and then the script in like either like neon green. Yeah. You don't have that option. That's weird. are, because on mine I can do like a black. Is that better? No, no, maybe blue. Is that better? I don't know if that's better. You don't know. That's weird. That's the way I've always had mine, with a black background and then with like bright, like fluorescent yellow. That's better. I think the blue is better. I was never able to do what you're doing. I always had to like print it, like not actually print it on paper, but like do what do you call that? Like an Adobe print, and then put it up there. If you did that, you could make it bigger, but then you would. The way it's kind of arranged is sort of weird. So I think it might cut off on the edges. I have, like I said, I have it on my TV, and I can totally see it good. Um, but I know most people aren't doing that. It looks archaic, and it kind of is. It's been around for a while. I get that, but the numbers are powerful. Um, from the stats I keep, they're more powerful than Equine Edge. Yeah, that's better. I like it. I like it better. But then again, I'm looking on a 60-inch TV though. Um, so if you like, I don't know if you could see this. I don't know if you can see them. No, you can't see them on the cursor. What do I look at? That's what I sent Gilly. Like there's a. It depends on the odds level. I'm talking to you, the realist. Um, I am. It depends on what odds level. So if the horse is gonna go up a 5-1, right? There's different factors that have higher ROI for those different odds levels. That's the way that the numbers sort of tell us. I don't want to get into all the minutia of how that all numbers got crunched. I mean, I don't mind, but that's like a whole show in itself. I know people don't want to listen to that. I kind of give you, so to speak, the sausage, in that you don't all the little things that are in the sausage. You like the sausage, you eat the sausage, you love the sausage. That's what I try to give you, is like the finished product. And I sent it to Gilly, but it'll show you, like, for instance, which factors are better for each odds level. And I have them broken down, like 5 and 6-1 K rating, the final number on Equine Edge, and then EE win, for instance. 6-1 to 8-1, the second call is the top one, and then FC, which is form cycle on HTR. So the factors that I put in are partly HTR and partly Equine Edge, because that's what I track. And then you have different factors for like 8-1 to 11-1, for instance. So, and then 11-1 to 18-1. And then everything higher than 18-1 is going to be basically pedigree, the FR1, and works. So if you're looking for horses that are 18-1 in a race, those would be the ones that you would play. They have the highest ROI for those odds levels. So that's the best way I can say it. And then you have the positives there. You see the positives. To me, if you have a 0 in this positive column, I'm looking at this Gulfstream race, or in the cat, anything under 15-1 is going to be a throwout. If it's over 15-1, I don't really throw it out because you get horses that just look terrible, like on paper, but they have some of the positive attributes like the work rating, pedigree, FR1 column that put them in the winner circle, you know. So, but I try to make like the cheat sheet that I sent over very easy to read. Like it really is like a cheat sheet. I try to make it like connect the dots sort of. This fourth race was a race that was taken off the turf. I said that before. I'm gonna pass on it. Woodbine also kind of in the same boat. They took this one off the turf also. So I think the next race I'm going to take a look at is Gulfstream 4th. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, you can't use Excel, but what you got to do, I think, is you can print a PDF and then you can show it. I think there's a way to do that. If you understand what I'm saying, or I could do that and send it to you, but I don't want to stop the show. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, let's go through Gulfstream. But what I'm talking about in those factors that have the highest ROI are basically just a starting point of my handicapping. Look, those are the horses I'm going to focus on. I still got to get the price that I need to get on them. And I'm not going to get into that today. That's another thing. But I don't want to throw everything at you. But the pricing part of it is also a very big part of it, as you know. But I don't mind sharing whatever I can help. I mean, I think one of my top goals is to try to win money on the show. Clearly, that's obviously one of the goals. The other one is to educate. I really try to educate and share ideas. If you guys have your angles and ideas, I'll be more than happy to listen to them or obviously take a look at them. But I try to make everything that I do for horse racing stats based, numbers behind it, not just what I think. I let the numbers kind of tell me where to go. Anyways, I told you I would break down Gulfstream. Gulfstream race number 5. Take a look at it here. The one I was sort of looking at was the 5 here, Bourbon on Tap. Bourbon on Tap. But if you see here, he's a first timer. He's got a 0 in the positives, so I probably wouldn't play him. But here's another thing though. So he's got a work. He tops in a work pattern. And let's see. So he's currently 5-1. And I also take a look on firstbetpro.com, which is a completely free website you can go to, and you can look at the projected odds. And also are, like I said 1,000 times before, they're just the odds based off the double prices. That's all they are. They're number crunched for you, and they're free there. So I use those, and the projected odds for that particular horse is 9-1. So I would consider him more of a 9-1 than a 6-1, and that's important because it kind of tells you sort of like the factors you're going to be looking at on each one. Whether it be from HTR or Equine Edge, I have some on that. And the factors on that particular odds range would be FC, which is just a sort of form cycle on the HTR program, and then EE Pace from the Equine Edge, and then on Works. So he's in tops in the Works. So that's pretty powerful, honestly. Even though he's got a 0 in that positives category, we know from our research that would actually be definitely a positive for it. Hey, Ick, what's going on, man? Racing fans, my guy. Yeah, you're my guy, man. Mr. Cleveland. One of my goals is I do want to play golf with Ick. I heard Ick's actually a good player. I wouldn't consider myself a good player, but I love golf. I've played it for a long time. I am the bogey golfer. So as many pars as I get is about as many double bogeys as I get. And so the rest are sort of, I would say 9 out of 18 holes are bogeys. And then, what do I get? Maybe 4 pars, 5 pars, and then I'll have 4 holes that I'll get like a double or more. I'm trying to get to any quads, but I do get some triples every once in a while. I'm not going to say I don't. Try to have blow up holes, but I think my Vado gets into my way of being a smart golfer. If I played smarter, I probably would shoot lower. But yes, I love to play golf, and my daughter does too now. So she actually has kind of the golf fever. I had that a long time ago, but I wouldn't call it a fever at this point. But I still enjoy it. Played a lot of golf when we went down to Mexico, Baja, which was fun. I played some in Orange County also. All right, so I'm still going to take a little bit of the 5. As you notice while I was jibba-jabbing there about golf, that the horse went from 5-1 to 10-1, so that's good. I think he's still a play. I'm not saying he's 100% a play, but I still would take him even though it sort of breaks a rule. I think there's value there on the 5, Bourbon on tap. But I got rotator cuff surgery in 2 weeks, so I'll be out. I've been actually out. It's been killing me to play. Even when I was playing in Mexico, my shoulder was just killing me. Almost felt like I was gonna fall off some mornings. So went to the doctor, got the MRI, and got my surgery scheduled. Not an overnight surgery, just I don't know what you call that. Come in the morning and you're out in the afternoon, sort of deal. Repair that, clean up some of the bone spurs and whatnot in there. Barnacles, whatever. Out of my right shoulder. Although my left shoulder is a little bit bad too. Hey, there's Chicken. What's up, Chicken? It's a scratch? Ooh, a true scratch? That is. I love to play with people better because I usually play a little better than what I normally do. Usually. But I should be back maybe October. Hopefully. Should be ready to go. All right, so I took a little 5 at Gulfstream. They are loading up there. We got Indy race 5 coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 horses going at Indy race 5 in a 6 furlong maiden special on the dirt. Unemployment lines. Yeah. Unhirable. Oh, you're not unhirable. I know you're in Oklahoma somewhere. You're definitely not unhirable. We'll say that. They might say that. He's had a few under pars. I've never had an under par for 18. I feel like I had like a -1 for first 9 one time. That was a long time ago. I was in the 90s sometime. All right. But that was like kind of not a great course. Although some of these courses are the greens are so rough that you can't score. You know, it's kind of a balance there. You want a course that's in good enough condition where you can roll putts. We got all kinds here in Vegas, man. We got some great courses, and then we got some not so great. Where are we at Gulfstream? Looks like the 6 took the cake here. Real gone. 7-2. Indy. I mean, the 6 Dreamy Druso, really the best chance to win, at least on paper. I'm not advocating necessarily a wager on that one, but I think the horse to beat here. I don't really see a lot that I love here from a value standpoint. The horses I sort of like are all kind of chalk. But it's a pass for me, officially a pass. If you had money burning a hole in your pocket, I guess you would have to take the 6 here. But pass for me. We got Monmouth race 4 coming up. That's a 6-horse field. Take a look at that. Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, I see that. Discrimination suit. Gilly. I like Gilly. Ah, boy. I was on both sides of that in my professional career before I did this. I was did defense for that kind of stuff, and then I did offense for that kind of stuff. So kind of know both sides of the ball. Although not as much like employment law, and not that much criminal law, more accident stuff. That was my first. That was my job when I got in college. Like I got that on-campus interviewing stuff, and they hired me away with Liberty Mutual. That was my first real job. Okay, so let's take a look at Monmouth. Monmouth. Okay. What am I? Oh, okay. I'm in the wrong race. I was like, hey. Here again. Here's a horse. By my dreams. He's awful short. But technically he has a little value by my dreams because he's currently 7-2. Off the double prices, they're projecting him to go off at 3. I had this horse priced a little over 2. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Not that exciting, but it is technically grinded out kind of play. If you want to, I'm gonna make a little bet on him. I guess mostly because I haven't made many bets today, but it's not a great reason to bet it, honestly. But at Monmouth, race 4, by my dreams, I think small profit margin. The other horse I was looking at was the 3, Dylan Rose. You know what? I'm going to call a little audible here. I think, let's see, Gilly's got Monmouth up there. Let's take a look at this one horse. Are we in the right race? Gilly, can you flip on over to the 4th there? We're in the 3rd, I think. You want to flip on over your area up here? You can't see my cursor, but we're in the. You're showing the 3rd. If you click on over to the 4th race at Monmouth. That's still the 3rd. You had the 4th up there? No. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking on the YouTube feed because I have it on the. Yeah, now I see it. My bad. My bad. If you look at the 1 horse, you'll see like FC there too, and then you got a work. He's rated 4th, which is outside the top 3, obviously. And then, but you got a 3rd there, also an FR1. So he's got enough early speed to be dangerous here. And you're talking about a horse that is, I think, 13-1 currently. But 14-1 and projected to go off at 15. I had this horse priced at 12. Let's see here. He's got zeros and zeros of a positive and cat. So that kind of cools me on him. But I think still, I definitely would play maybe small win bet and then maybe take like an exacta box 1 and the 4. The 4 looks every bit like the best chance to win. Yeah, the lawyer. Gilly, you're not a lawyer, are you? Just play one on TV? No. My daughter is going to law school. Does that count? She got pretty high LSATs, which is better than me. My LSATs stunk. That's why I had to go to Western law school. But I only lasted 1 year. I flunked out. I am a law school flunky. I actually show my handle. Yeah. I remember in history class there was like a string of U.S. presidents that were law school dropouts. I remember that. I know a few, like Trump's never gone to law school, but like most presidents were law school, like, or actual lawyers, or they went to law school and maybe didn't pass. All right, so we're off at Monmouth. I get off at some tangent something. Try not to do that. There comes a 4 way on the outside. 4, 4-3. The 1, he didn't really fire. It was one of those ones where I have a little FOMO. I had a little FOMO in the 1. I see that big price and I can see the upside in the horse, but oh, you have a JD. Nice. It was fun. Okay, all right. It wasn't fun for me at all. I'll tell you what. I was working full time, and in claims for Liberty, working in LA. When I hated LA. Oh God, I hate LA. And they promised to pay certain things. They didn't really pay what they kind of promised, so I was already pretty much broke all the time. The job, and so I just, they didn't have like loans back then. anyways, I was like, yeah, if they're gonna pay for it, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like, there's other people in my office were all doing that or had done that. But yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. I ended up working at a lot of law offices. I was working on I worked for Liberty Mutual and Farmers in the legal department, and also just a regular old claims examiner stuff. You know, yeah, actually, I had like 10 different jobs, but what my daughter wants to do. Like I said, I don't think I had that much aptitude for it, honestly. If LSATs were any kind of indication. All right, Saratoga. Let's take a look at it. No. Let's see, Saratoga. Okay. Saratoga's got to get better. These the first 3 races were not great. The one horse is tough to get around. He's got the fastest raw quarter mile time, which isn't on that sheet, but is in the program also. And also got a strong work pattern. But the problem is, right, is the price. He's 2-1, below where I would play him. But actually, technically, he's got like a little sliver of value. So I had him priced at like 9 to 5-ish. The 3, I don't. It's kind of a lean for me with Gaffleone. The 8 horse. He's a little lean, but maybe a little stronger lean than the 3. I don't know if I really see anything here that jumps out at me to play. Okay. Michael thought that the 2 was a lock. I do kind of like him. I think he was sappy and all that. I think he's actually a player in here for sure. I mean, he's certainly not a lock. I don't even use that word. But he's probably got as good a shot as anybody here. I don't really see anything that like screams out at me value. I need to bet here. Like I said, I gave my opinions. I thought the 1 was probably the likeliest winner, but probably by an eyelash. Heads in bed, the 2 is also right there. I thought the 8, Divine Intervention, also is a play. All right, they're off. In the 4th at Saratoga. Let's see. Got Woodbine coming up in 3 minutes. One is crushing them at this point, at the top of the stretch. But now here comes the 2. Here comes the lock. The 2. I don't know. 1's repelling him for now. Now here comes the 2 again. I think 2's going to get up. The lock gets there. Medical MCAT? I don't even know what that is. There you go. I know what medical school is, but I didn't know there was an MCAT. Huh. I could see how it'd be fun if you just had the time. But if you're working 50 hours a week and then trying to do it, that's what I was trying to do in LA with the traffic and everything. That was too much. Anyways, we got Woodbine 4th coming up. Do that. Woodbine 4th. Got to give Michael credit, man. He said it's the biggest lock of all time. It came in. Yeah, he called a shot. I personally would never say lock, but hey, if Michael called it, it came in. Got to give him his due. I don't really see anything I would take a stab with at Woodbine race 4. It's a pass for me. I wanted to take a look at Delaware though. Delaware 5. Okay. Good job, Michael. All right, they are off at Woodbine. We got 1 minute to Delaware. And then 8 minutes to Gulfstream. Oops, didn't want to do that. I erased it. All right, let's take a look at Delaware race 5. Delaware race 5. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Here's a horse I like. If we got it up on, yeah, here we go. So take a look at the 11 horse here. Can you highlight that Starship Mocha? If you look here, he's got works. He's got strong work pattern right there. Yes, tops and works. Okay, he's 32 to 1, which is in that that range that you really want to see the works. And then I think he's 1 or 2 in FR1 also. It shows 3 here. That's strange. Because I got him showing maybe there was another scratch somewhere. This was a race that, well, everything's sloppy there. Was this one that was originally on the turf? No, I don't think so. Anyways, I had him 1 and 2 on EP. EP is just kind of like second call. At least that's the way I understand it. On that 11, like I said, he's number 1 in works. Again, here's another one. He's 0 in positives, but he does have a cat number. At least he's got that. But he kind of breaks the rules on this one because he's 19 to 1, but he's projected to go off based on the double at 34. So let's go. Let's get some of that. I'll make a regular size wager on Starship Mocha. Take a shot. No locks here, but that's I think when it's all said and done, I think we'll have the odds that will make this a profitable bet. The other horse I do like is the 2. Let's have a party. So those are going to be my 2 bets, the 2 and the 11. At Delaware. And then that brings us to Gulfstream after that. I played them both to win. I will post up an exacta also. 2 and 11 exacta box. Then how did they come in at Woodbine? Came in the 1. I saw 1. Yeah, even money favorite there. Okay, I can live with that. And then we got Gulfstream coming up. Gulfstream race number 5 coming up. I see they're off at Delaware now. we had the 2 and the 11. 11's up there. He's running in third. He's showing a little speed, which I thought he did have. He's actually in a good spot. So is the 2, though. I don't know how much they got left. The 2 is making his move on the outside. He's going wide, but I think he's hit the front with the 3. I think the 2 and the 3 are right together. So he's straightened up to run down the stretch. The 2 is taken over at 5-1, which we have. The 11 is trying to make a little move, but the 3's fighting back against us. We got first and third right now on our exacta. I think that's how it's going to end. 2, 3, 11. I thought the 11 fought the good fight there at 29-1. We do cash the win bet at 5-1, and the 11 runs third. You can put that in the shoulda, woulda, coulda if the 11 gets up. So there. Yeah. 2. All right. Well, we're showing post time at Gulfstream Race 5, but they aren't near the gate yet. Then after that, we got the 6th at Indy. Save my work. Take a look at Gulfstream. Let's go through Gulfstream real quick. Gulfstream Race 5. Kind of a lean on the 3, Giddy Up Baby. This one, I would definitely play it if I was playing an exacta box. The 4, which is the favorite, looks to kill. Looks okay. I wouldn't endorse him for a bet, though. That's a little short. Let's see what else we got here. Honestly, I don't see a lot here I love. I don't really see anything. The 1 kind of a lean a little bit, but it's a pass. It's an official pass for me on this race. Nothing that inspires me to get involved there. I'll just move on. Got plenty of races. Don't need to force stuff. You're in the 5th. Okay. They're going to the gate that Gulfstream also. I think next on the docket we got Indy Race 6. Indy. Where's Indy? So Indy race 6. I definitely like the 2. It's always the horses that I can't pronounce that I like. The 2 Couleur. That's definitely not how you say it. But anyways, that's who I like. Couleur. Let's see. I do like him. That's a bet. That might be my strongest opinion so far today. And his odds just dropped. He went from 12 to 6 in a heartbeat. So 12, I'm sorry, that's the 2 horse Couleur is a play. It was just a 12 to 1. That's what I wanted to say. And now it's 6 to 1. I'll be honest with you, this Indy race is competitive. Competition runs deep here. I had 6 horses marked overnight. But I'm just going to stick to a win bet on the 2. All right, we're loading at Indy. Well, they're behind the gate. They're about ready to start loading. Then after Indy, we have Monmouth. Oops. Monmouth. Indy race. Does Indy race 6 is off. We have Monmouth race 5. Ooh. We've got 3-horse field. Never mind. Man, they scratched everybody. Except for 3 of them. That is a garbage race. Forget that. We got Saratoga coming up. Saratoga 5th in 11 minutes. The one out there on a breakaway at Indy at 47. That's a little fast, but it's not super fast. They're closing in now, though. 3, 4, and 6. And somebody else also. 3, 4, 6, 8. Look for my 2. Where is the 2? The 1 is fouling the shit out of the 8. The 4 comes through and wins. Goes 4, 3, 6, I think. 4, 3, 6. We are eventually we're going to have some more guests on here on my show. They seem to be a little camera shy, but I think you guys will enjoy the guests we've had. We've only really had the one. We had the Wizard on here. Which is okay. But I have promises in writing as in emails that they want to come on. But then they've been making a lot of excuses. But I don't mind doing the shows solo. Especially, I really like when Gilly helps. It really is a big help, honestly. I do enjoy that. It's something that I've always wanted to do. It's just there's only so many plates I can spin at one time, man. I'm just having as you know, I try to keep up and I try to get these picks out as quick as I can. Sometimes it's just rough. Because I'm trying to do my own thing, and then I'm doing contests. Actually, I might have to get out of here. I got a contest coming up. Let's see, when does that start? I could probably stick around when I'm in the contest, but I gotta at least get signed up to. Let's see, when does this start? Got money in my account. Where'd that come from? All right, so this starts be right. This doesn't start till 2:29 Pacific. The 9th at I got all kinds of time. What am I talking about? They're really starting later today. Cool. All right, yeah. The show will go on for a while then. At least another hour and a half. Alexa, stop. Okay. Alexa. All right. People, funny people. Okay. All right, Saratoga. Let's take a look at it. The 5th. Saratoga 5th. I like this 4 outro at 15-1 at Toga, race 5. Outro. Got Lascano and Rodriguez. Outro. I do like him. That's a play. Currently 14-1, I think. Let's see. 13-1 now. Off the double prices, they're projecting 15-1. I had a price around 10 or 11, so definitely a play there. Let's see what else I can come up with here. The 3 was kind of a lean. Madeline's Agenda. Ricardo Santana Jr. I really like that one. But I definitely like the 4 the best. Excuse me. Did I even get coffee today? I think I did. I get more coffee. 10. The 10 horse, I think I like second out of those 3. So let's go 4, 10, 3. 4, 10, 3. At Toga. 4, 10, 3. I will drop it in the chat. All right. Yes. Delmar's a nice card. Bovada? If you want my 2 cents, Wally, and I can't promise you that. I mean, this is not like a new book or anything, but it's been around for a while, and for the most part, I haven't had any problems getting paid there. Is this one right here? You probably use it though. I mean, you might. It's a very popular one. So. It's one I use from time to time for certain tracks. I don't get any kickback or nothing from them. I don't even think they like me, honestly. But they tolerate me and they pay me, so whatever. But I just get the impression when I chat with them or I talk to them on the phone, I am persona non grata. But I'm used to it. I've always said I think there's 2 ways to go when you go with a book. You're either gonna go broke or banned. It always ends up in 2 different, one of the 2 categories: broke or banned. Because I don't like winners. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. You know, the other one that I I don't use because I got banned from is I mean, you can go with Just Bet, but I've heard bad things about Just Bet lately, and I've heard a lot of bad things about Heritage lately. What was the one I was trying to think of? Oh, there's one betanything.eu. I think they do 10% on win bets. Like they add 10% to the payout, but they are super quick to ban you. As a matter of fact, they banned me before I even made a bet. So, you know. But I did, they banned me from the race. They ended up banning me from sports too, eventually. That took a while. But they did pay. And it wasn't like I had to wait to get paid either. So that's about all I can say. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of talk on the SBR if you want to pull it up about them. As far as I know, I don't think they're like stiff. Like I always say, it's basically a binary outcome: broke or banned. You get one or the other. Here we go. Come on. We got this. No, we don't have 6. We have 4. Oh, 4's got the lead. Come on, 4 all the way, baby. Get the talking. Hold on, 4. Please, Lord. One time. No. What do you guys think? The 4 out there? Oh, Lord, please. You know, religious. Oh, Lord. Can we get a 4? How good would that be to have a 4 to win? We wrote too good to lose. Please. Am I begging or what? Might be begging. Where's the wire, man? Oh, man, I think we got beat right off on the last jump. That's what it looked like. Please be wrong. Yep, got beat. Dang. One got me. Oh, bookmaker. Well, bookmaker's different, right? There's Bet Online and the one I put there, sports betting. Yeah, the bookmaker is like that. That those two are together. Yeah, I don't like the Just Bet or bookmaker, just the way it's set up. Plus, they close out early. They close out their the races pretty early. This Delaware was another one that's off the turf, so I'm just gonna skip it. So close. I had the 3, 4, 10, but I had the win bet on the 4. See what else we got here. Delaware 6. Yeah. We got Gulfstream Race 6 coming up. Let's see. They're showing a 1 to 9 there at Gulfstream. I don't know if I was ready for that. That's a 2 Convict. Trying to find something to beat this 1 to 5 shot at Gulfstream. Not really. I mean, anything can happen, but I don't really see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a pass on this Gulfstream race. I just can't get behind any of these other ones. I want to, but I sure as hell wouldn't take the 2. The 1 to 5. That is not positive EV. The Monmouth. Got a 5-horse field there. I agree. Delmar's got a great car. Conversely, Monmouth. Ugh. I don't want to say sucks ass, but pretty bad. And then we got Indy Race 7. This is a smaller field too. What's this? I don't understand all the scratches in this one. They had a nice 10-horse field, and 4 of them scratched out. No Nintendo. Let's see. Indy Race 7. I could get behind the 4 here. Echo Paradise. Echo Paradise. Indy Race 7. This is a 2-year-old, 5 furlong, maiden claimer. The top in pedigree, second in work rating, tops in first fraction. The 2-horse, Joking Around, Mitchell Merle, Hartman Trains. Why not? I mean, the price is, I think, it's going to come down. Currently 9 to 2. Let's see, Saratoga up there. Indy Race 7. That's Gulfstream. Pulling Boats is on fire. Yeah, I guess you had the winner. That was a tough beat, man, for me. I had the 4 straight money. Last half jump actually. Nailed me. Excuse me. Okay. So take the 4-horse Echo Paradise at Indy. I think I mixed up my numbers there for a second. Yeah, I think I was talking about the 2. I like kind of like both of them. I like the 2 some, but I think I like the 4 the best. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I got my numbers crossed up. I was on the 4 horse, and Lester sold the 2. So the 4 is my top pick at Indy Race 7. Sorry for the confusion there. I got that feeling I screwed something up. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway. Okay, so they are off at Gulfstream. The 2 horse, the 1-2 favorite, got the lead and looks like the winner. The 1 horse chasing in vain, I think. And here comes a 5. Just trying to get up for second. I think he will. I think he'll get past the 1. But no match for the 1-2 favorite, the 2 horse Conviction. All right, what do we got next? We got Monmouth. I wrote that off. That was a little bitty field. Then after that, Indy. I gave my pick, which was the 4. I think I said the 2. That was an error. I meant the 4. And then we got Woodbine race 6 after that. This was another one they took off the turf at Woodbine, race 6. Woodbine. We can go through Woodbine real pretty quick here. We got 8 minutes. So Woodbine. Woodbine race 6. Could definitely take the 2. Nikki knows best. This is a short price. I mean, 9-2. If you were definitely going to get 4-1 or above, I definitely would be a green light on it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this 2 horse, Nikki knows best, ends up under 5-2, probably 2-1 ish. and it kind of crosses the line of value, in my opinion. So lukewarm on the 2. I mean, like I said, he's 5-1 right now, but I think he drifts the other way at the end. A bet for sure, though, is the 3, Loaded Deck. I do like him. Emma Jane Wilson rides. Minshaw trains. Loaded Deck. Loaded Deck, though, I mean, I had this horse price kind of lower, but it doesn't. I don't know. I think he's still a play because I think he does get up into the 10 or 12 range. And I think that makes him a play. He is a cat 0 and a positive 0. I got a little conflicting information on that one. I still think he's a small play on the 2 horse there at Woodbine. I'm sorry, the 3 horse Loaded Deck. Let's move on over. Let's keep going down here. Shift out. They're off at Indy, race 7. Took the 4 there. The other one I kind of liked was the 2, but I ended up just playing the 4. The 2 actually got out to a pretty easy lead here. But again, I took the 4. So, I guess that's about it. I like the 2 and 3 at Woodbine. Nikki knows best. Well, I know Loaded Deck, and I like Nikki's knows best. It goes with the 2 and the 3. Two and the 3 at Woodbine. Race 6. We got 4 minutes to go there. We got 8 minutes to Saratoga race 6. Indy race 7 came in 9.52, I believe. 9.52. 9.524. Or wasn't that far back. That was a horse I kind of liked, but just didn't fire. I guess Saratoga race 6. Let's see. We got 29 in the chat. Can you guys hit the like and subscribe? YouTube algorithms say that 75% of the people that watch the show are not subscribed. So please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. like and subscribe. And if you want to, you can share it. Share it on all platforms. Let's get our numbers up. All right, they're loading at Woodbine race 6. Let's see. Let's talk about Saratoga 6th race. And then I got to take a little union break, get a drink, and I got to put in my contest entries to. Let's at this race at Saratoga. Click some first timers in here. Maybe I can uncover some of the secrets of this race. We'll go through it. They're all loaded up at Woodbine, ready to go. I'll do my best to go through Saratoga here. Classic NYRA. They do wrong. Oh. Classic NYRA is definitely a play. Do like that one for sure. What's wrong with this one? Okay. Looks like the 2 Dickie Knows Best going to win at Woodbine. Never saw that 3 though. Dickie Knows Best 7-2 winner. We had that. That was our second top bet. So Saratoga, I do like the 1 Classic NYRA. I said that. I like the 9 a little bit above all odds with Pletcher and JR. So I guess I'm on the 1 and the 9, my 2. 1 and the 9 at Saratoga. That's what I'm going to roll with. I think I'm going to skip Delaware. 5-horse field, probably not worth messing with. And then take a little break. Then come back for Gulfstream race 7, and looks like 13 minutes. Okay. Okay. I feel like a Delaware race 8. I think everything's off the turf. I think it's been off the turf. I kind of like the 4 here. I know it's a long shot, shoe in, but I don't think it should be that high. Brian Torres. Take a little shot with that guy, the 4 shoe in. I think he comes up higher too. He's 12-1 right now. I think he drifts up over 20. That's the finale there. It's got top pedigree. The 4 shoe in. Second in form cycle. He's kind of slow though, like in the first fraction. So hopefully maybe he get a little bit, a little pep in the step early on. Get into this race. The 4 shoe in. All right. Let's take a look at Saratoga 7th. I think this is going to be my last race, though. Saratoga 7th. I should probably start studying for the contest a little later. Hour after that. the optional claimer, going 6 furlongs on the main track at Toga. I definitely like the 4. There's no question that's going to be my top pick. Acoustic Avenue. I think that's where I think just do a win bet there on Acoustic Avenue. Mm. All right, I think that's going to do it for me today. I'll be back next week. We'll have college football going next weekend, next Saturday. But Gilly tomorrow on Sunday. I will be in the chat tomorrow for sure. But other than that, you guys have a great day and good luck.